Hello there! I am back from a trip to Smyths and we have just a few bags to get through for today's video, and then we'll get on to what this event was all for. So first off, when I opened the last LEGO Star Wars magazine, check it out, magazines have arrived in America, I spoke about framing the poster and putting it just down here on the empty space of the door. Currently, we also have two posters up, a Grievous one and an Axolotl, that both belong to my fiance. So I went and check these out. These are frameless, so they don't stick out too much. Not a massive fan of frames myself. And they're not glass, they're Perspex as well, just in case we end up breaking them. If it's going on the back of the door, there is like a 20% chance maybe that I'm gonna slam this, opening it, or a gust of wind will take it and it will shatter. I don't want glass everywhere in the Lego room. It's enough with all the studs on the floor. So we gone for Perspex, $2.99 each. So no brainer, in the range to pick some of these up. And I will probably do a short on putting the current poster up, but we're like a week out on getting the next Star Wars magazine. So I'm going to include this going forward in all the Star Wars magazines, maybe some of the other themes as well. And the only other thing that we didn't get from Smyths is in this bag here, which there's a set I'm going to build in a few weeks' time. It's going to be a really interesting project because it does key in to the whole expensive Lego sort of ideal. And we also got, where is it? A little Halloween decoration, because why not? Trick or treat to stick on the window, should be reusable, so we can use this year in, year out. Though, if you do use these, not just the Halloween decorations, but any of the window stick-ons, be careful if your window faces the sun. We found that the orange ones deform and bleach very, very quickly. Like, we're gonna have Trick or Treat this year, and next year we're just gonna have Trick or. We might have to spell something out with all of the remaining letters that we've got left over from previous years. But check out these ghosts. They are pretty cool. I really like the ghosts. I don't know what it is. Simple design, something that could be brick built, I'm sure, with Lego fairly easily too. And yeah, you're not even getting a sneak peek to that Lego set. We have two bags here, one of which is my old one. This is the new bag that we got from Smyths today, with not only freebies but also some Lego goodies inside. We had to pick some up. First time going to any sort of toy store since September 1st, I think, because we went the day before September for the Harry Potter gift with purchase that you can check out this year's and last on the channel. And also, we didn't really get any sets September. We got the Advents. I know, I'm looking at picking up the Advent later on. I heard you all last year when I picked up the Advent straight away, waiting for the sale this year. And I can't remember any of the other sets that come out September. There were like one or two, not enough for us to go. But we did go to Smyths this time last year. It's a year since their launch party, and they gave us a bag full of goodies, which has come in super handy for storing Lego, because in this bag, I keep a lot of my unique slopes, you know, the larger pieces that come on a few of the slave ones we've broken down, and like the Malibu Mansion has those giant curved slopes, and also a few bags of my 4x4 plates that I have more than any other plate in my collection, especially for its size, need to be stored elsewhere. So I got another bag to store Lego bricks, which means I can get more Lego bricks. Result. But what is inside this bag? For those of you that aren't aware, this launch party was happening on Saturday, the 20th of September. Hopefully you can see that. Thank you. Thank you a lot. And this is being recorded before the stream. It's an early video today, because I am going live later building Jackson, and when this video goes out, I'm not sure we would have completely finished the figure, so there might be a part 2. Stay tuned for that on Monday, not Tuesday. You all voted. Streams will be moved to a Monday. Hopefully that means I can see a few more of you on here, and I don't know what to start off with. Perhaps we can start with the reason that Smyths have any sort of launch party being a toy superstore, and that is because yesterday, they launched their brand new Smyths toy catalogue. We'll be taking a look at the Lego sets in here, seeing what is available. And they also have quite a few of the sales. So we got a free catalogue in this. You can pick it up separately if you don't want any of these goodies, but I think especially in the UK, we're picking up the goodie bag. One of the goodies from last year I wore in the intro of this video, and that is this blue beanie with Smyths on the front. So you know what? In Smyths fashion, I'm not being paid to advertise this. This is a freebie that we just walked in and grabbed straight out of the trolley. You've probably seen the short by now. I'm going to keep this on for the rest of the video. Oh, this is cool. So we got more gifts than expected. Smyths were advertising this pouch, which is a surprise bag with 5 surprise toys, and they open it up on their, I think they did a short or an Instagram short on it. I don't know what they're called. So showing what could be on the inside, there is at least one bit of Smyths memorabilia, but there are some just regular toys that are the equivalent of party bag toys. I don't know if party bags are still a thing. They're really cool and they should be, but there's a lot of party bag bits in here, and we've got 2 extra freebies. Oh, I thought that looks like, let's get this open and I can show you exactly what it looks like. I thought looking at it, it's clearly a burger. You can see we have the burger, tomato, lettuce, cheese, and the bun with a bit of lettuce does get everywhere. But I thought looking at the front that it was a GROGU burger. This is GROGU burger. That is a GROGU face right there. You can't tell me that's not GROGU. That is so GROGU, and it's very firm, squishy, like a stress ball. But I think this bounces. I think this bounces a lot. I bounce it on the floor. The desk is at like 90 centimeters right now, if that. And if I just drop it, okay, it needs to be bounced. Let's hope we don't take anything out. That's cool. I'm going to take this outside and play with this because I do fear for my Lego display. I knock over the slave one. I don't think I'm ever rebuilding it, but this looks cool. And this is only the first item, so that was a nice bonus to get. I don't know if different Smyths stores have different bonuses. I assume they've all been sent out the same bag here, but the next one I have, I've probably spent just as much time as building and breaking down and sorting out Lego sets. I think genuinely this and the Rubik's Cube, which recently Lego sent out Rebuild the Galaxy boxes. I'm still waiting for mine to arrive. Honestly, if they just sent out the Rubik's Cube, I would be over the moon because I love the Rubik's Cube and I love the Slinky. And here we have, not quite a Slinky, a Magique Spiral, a Resort Magique, un jeu color que a du resort, Farben Froha Spiralen Spab. We have a Spiralen Spab. Oh, the English is on top. I had to give it a go. We have a Magic Spring. Spring, colourful, fun. I think the English makes just as much sense as the other language, but it's got a little glitter. Let's get this open. We have to open all of these. Interesting how they say to play with it on the back, but it hasn't been cracked yet either. Oh, this is satisfying. I don't know if you can hear this. We're going all the way. That's what I would love it to be like if I 3D printed one of these, and they don't appear 3D printed. Would I be able to tell if a factory, you know, spent hours, maybe days printing one of these? They don't look 3D printed. They do look like they have been probably injection molded, because that makes the most sense with very, very thin bits of plastic keeping them together. That's great for travel. I usually have a metal one of these, and that's what I bought my partner a few years back because she never really played with one of these. So if you don't know how a Slinky works, they are usually played with on the stairs. I spent a lot of my childhood on the stairs, and when I got a younger brother, that only increased the amount of games we were able to play, throwing like balls up and down the stairs and bouncing things to each other. Stairs are underrated in terms of playing. I know they're dangerous. Health and safety probably does not allow for, you know, stair play, but back in the day, it was the thing to do. And a Slinky works by placing it on the top step and folding it down, and you can kind of see the Slinky wants to jump to my lower hand and keep going. So you would, let's see if I have anything that I can build steps out of. When Lego made the change from the pick-a-brick cup into plastic boxes. I never thought I'd make so many uses out of them, let alone be playing with a slinky or some sort of spring down the line. So if we, okay, you are going to pop open. We'll put you underneath here. And then if we stack it out like so, forming a little step, I wonder if we can hit all 4 of these. I don't really trust in this one too much. Come on, we'll hold this one. If we can slinky down all 4, and I'll have to catch it before it flies off the desk. Let's go. I mean, it skipped one. It skipped one. Let's try that again. Okay, I think it's the angle. Let's make sure. I'm counting that. It touched it. Replay on that one. VAR, it touched it. That counts. Hours of fun. And if you don't have a slinky, if you've never played with one of these, pick one up. You can get some 3D printed ones that are just as good as this for a couple of quid online. Definitely support a small creator, pick up a slinky. And if you own a 3D printer, have a go at printing your own one. But these were just the 2 extra freebies. These weren't even in the surprise bag. So what do we have here? Oh, this is like I've been to a birthday, and I guess it's the Smyths catalog birthday. This is like a goodie bag taken away from that. So I'll try not to peek at all of them. This one's squishy. So this is one that I've seen through the Smyths bag. Don't really know what it does, but it's a squishy little star. It reminds me of like a warm Haribo. Sorry to put that thought in your minds, but it is like a warm Haribo in terms of how soft it is. It doesn't feel slimy. I don't know, I feel like a warm Haribo probably is a little bit slimy, but it's a stretchy star. Oh, it's a nice little stretching star. Actually, these are quite like soothing toys. You got the stress ball, you got the stretchy star. Don't know if I'll be playing with this, but I do have a few different stretchy bits that I have on display in the other room, so I might put the star with that. It kind of feels like you could just throw it at anything, and maybe it's like a de-stressor. Not too sure about that. Next up, oh, this is the Smyths band. All right, another party favorite. We have this band here, which uses basically a bit of ruler on the inside. And just like a tape measure, I have mine here, name on it and all. It straightens out because of the curve in the tape measure. Careful with tape measures, and you don't want to be pulling this apart. You can cut yourself if it's not treated correctly, but it works the same as a tape measure. It's flat when it's slightly rounded. I guess it's semi-flat. And then if you were to straighten this out and get rid of the curve by, say, slapping it on your wrist, there we go. Second time. Let's get a better angle on that so you can see exactly what happened. It bends around the wrist. And I didn't like these initially growing up because they would dig into like the veiny area, and I was quite sensitive about that. But growing up, I have learned to appreciate these. And whilst I probably won't be wearing this out and about, a nice Smyths store bracelet of sorts, I do think it's still a nice thing to sit with, play with for hours. And let's get on with the video. I'm going to be sat here up until the stream today, just playing with all of these little bits. Maybe they'll even make a debut on the stream. What is this? All right, it seems to stretch as I spin it. It's a little worm, but it's ribbed up the side. Very similar to the star, but it's got like, oh, it's squishy as well. Yeah, I didn't really have many squishy things. I guess the extent that I had were the bugs that would stick on the wall, or I tell you, it's bringing back so many memories, this surprise bag, because you'd also get the parachute men that you drop. They'd have a little like carrier bag, if you will, attached to a plastic figure. You drop them, and then they'd go down like they've got a parachute on their backs. So I think we need to get some more goodie bags, especially from Smyths. Can't wait to see what they have next year. There are 3 items in here, but I think these 2 go together. A little Smyths. All right, this one's good. What this is you clip it and send the disc flying off to the left. It's a little frisbee, which I guess works without the launcher, but the launcher just propels it even further. I think this could honestly fly a couple meters. I'm gonna have to test it. All right, we'll do it from, say, the corner of the desk. Yeah, I would measure that, but that's gone to the corner of the room. So at least 2.5 meters, perhaps even further if you angle it higher. Make sure I don't lose either part of that. And finally in the surprise bag, I'll admit, I don't know what this is. It doesn't feel like a hat, but it's like half a bouncy ball. They've given me half a bouncy ball. Where's the other half of my bouncy ball? I don't really know. I think I found out how it works. So I was trying to pop it inside out and it pops back, but I don't know which way that means I'm meant to put it down, unless I put it down. Okay, that was like a gunshot. I was not ready for that. Whoa. Where did that go? I'm not sure. I like this one. I genuinely have no idea what this is. I don't know if this is something that is fairly new. Oh, this is too chaotic for a morning. All right, come on, do it for the camera. You got this. This is hard. How am I just meant to throw this and, you know, run? Well, I'm going to try and figure out how this works. But the rest of them have been amazing. Stay tuned. There's more Lego to come in this video. We did end up picking up a few summings. And we'll get to those in just a moment. Hey, we kind of got it to work. Do you know what this is?
It's one of those things, isn't it?
Is it?
And then it pops.
I should be wearing goggles for this.
Like that.
Hey, that's what we managed to do. The first time I did it, it sounded like a gunshot. But the second time,
I heard it from the other room.
it bounced so high, it was up there for like 5 seconds. I mean, slight exaggeration, but it went all the way up. Let's see, which way did I do it? I think it's because I did it. No,
backwards.
Did I do it that way? Look! Oh! The camera can't see it fully. But, and that is the aim of this little, it feels like a suction as well. It is a suction. So you could also suction it to various objects. But with that said, let's get on to the Lego. Whilst we were out, we of course had to get some of the new Lego from September 1st. And though I said there's not a lot of sets that are coming out, there are some collectible minifigures, so we had to pick up a favourite from the Spiderman CMF, and actually, we both had two in mind that we wanted. I really like the look of, you probably all know by now, the Spider-Punk minifigure. That's my favourite, and I also like, the other one I like isn't on here. I think it was the Spider-Woman with the armour piece. That one's cool because there's a cyborg Spider-Man in a book, and I think that both of them will go together really well. I already have Molds and Gwen, not too interested in 2099 or the Prowler figures. Maybe after the next movie comes out, I'll change my mind and want to pick up the full series. But I managed to get the Spider-Punk, and my partner got her second favourite, which is Spider-Bite, I believe. And I don't know which one's which, so I'm going to scan these and make sure we're opening the right one, but we won't be doing it today. We'll be doing that in a separate video because I want to take a look at all my other Spider-Man minifigures, the Doc Ocks, the Goblins, and improve them so they too line up with the CMF standard of Across the Spider-Verse. So all in all, I think today was a massive success. Stay tuned for a few shorts using a few, maybe not this Smyth stuff, but we will be framing the posters from now on with our magazine subscriptions. And also, you've got that mystery Lego set to look forward to. And until then, may the bricks be with you always.